Hello everyone, this is a section 6.3 factoring trinomial whose leading coefficient is not 1 this time. Okay, so what does that mean is, now do you see that there's a here, which is come with the x squared plus bx plus c? A is not equal to 1 anymore. So if you have a ax squared plus bx plus c, so a could be 2 or negative 2 or 3 or 4 like that, okay? In this case, we are doing the same way, but we are using the little differently this time. So in this case, so if you have a ax squared plus bx plus c, we're using the snow flag, which is x factor. But this time, instead of the c, you getting an a times c. And then b here, and then put the ax and ax on the top. And then you got the one number here, and then another number here. So which means if you got the a times c, will be the product from the a and the number 1 times number 2. And the b is also the number 1 plus number 2. But we need to make sure that b could be a sum when AC is positive sign, and then it could be difference when AC is negative. Okay, so yeah, that's what we're going to talk about in 6.3. So number 1, factor each trinomial, and trinomial is a prime, so that the factorization is correct by multiplying the factor using the FOIL method. Okay, so always before you actually start factoring, you need to always think about GCF, but GCF is 1 this time. So we are straight to goes to the x factor, which is a is a 6, b is a 13, and c is a 6. So always put down the descending order. X squared always come with a a, x come with a b, and the c is a constant term. So now we do the x factor. So a times c, which is 6 times 6 is 36, with a 13, which is, this is going to be a sum because the 36 is a positive. And then there's ax. And then we're looking for the number from the 36, which is 1 times 36, and 2 times 18, 3 times 12, and then 4 times 9, and 6 times 6. So which two number is going to be added up to get the 13? Is a 4 and 9. But in here, difference is actually a is not a 1 anymore. So in here, you got to reduce. Also, you got to reduce that too. So we got to reduce the 6 and 4. So 6 and 4 divided by 2. So it's going to be 3 and 2. 6 and 9 divided by 3 is 2 and 3. So your answer come out as 3x plus 2 times, and then 2x plus 3. So that's the answer. Okay, in B, same thing. GCF is 1 this time. Okay, so A is a 3, B is a negative 4, C is a negative 15. So X factor, 3 times negative 15 is negative 45. And then negative 4. Now the negative 4 is a difference. So 2 number is about AX. So 3x and 3x. And then 2 number from 45. Now the difference should be a 4. So 1 times 45. And 2 times 15. 3 times 15. And then 5 times 9. But difference is going to be 4 is a 5 and 9, right? So it's a 5 and 9. But this time I need a negative 4. So 9 is a negative and then 5 must be positive. But reduce. 3 and 5 is not reducible, but 3 and 9 is. So 1 and 3. So it becomes 3x plus 5 times x minus 3. So that's the answer. Same here too. So A is a 3, B is a 5, and C is a negative 2. So x factor, A times C, which is a negative 6 and 5, and then 3x and 3x. And then the 5 is a difference right now because of negative 6. Negative 6 is a negative. So we are looking for the number from the 6, 1 times 6, and 2 times 3. But difference is 5 is a 1 and 6. So 1 and 6. But I need a positive 5, so this must be negative, and 6 must be positive. And reducible, 3 and 6 goes to 1 and 2. So it becomes, you get 3x minus 1 times x plus 2. And then when you FOIL, you'll get the product as a 3x squared plus 5x minus 2. Same here too. A is a 6, B is a negative 7, C is a 2. And x factor, A times C is a 12, negative 7. And 6x, 6x. So now negative 7 is a sum, because 12 is a positive. So from the 12, 1 times 12, 2 times 6, and 3 times 4. So sum is a 3 and 4, right? And then I need a negative 7 sum, so 2 number must be negative. Reducible? Yes. 6 and 3 reduced by 3 is a 2 and 1. 6 and 4 reduced by 2, which is a 3 and 2. So you get that as 2x minus 1 times 3x minus 2. That's all. So that's all for the number 1. Let's look at the more problem. Next page. So now factor trinomial. If the trinomial is a prime, so state, which is sometimes when you have a the polynomial is not factorable, so you just need to say prime. So we gotta say that. Show that the factorization is correct by the multiplying the factors using FOIL method. So you can just multiply to check it out too. So same thing. A is a 3, B is a 4, and C is a 1. So x factor A times C is a 3 and a 4. So it's a sum. You can put it out right away. So in order to find the sum from the 3, 1 times 3 only the factor the 3 has, right? 3 and 3, so it's a positive, right? But 3 and 3 is a reducible, so it's going to be 1 and 1. So you'll get that as 3x plus 1 times x plus 1. And then B, ax squared plus 10x minus 3. So GCF is 1, 2, okay? So this time, so A is a 8, B is a 10, and C is a negative 3. So x factor, 8 times negative 3 is negative 24, 10 is a difference. And then 8x. So from the 24, to get difference of 10 is 1 times 24, 2 times 12. But did you know that we already got 10 difference? 12 minus 2 is a 10. So 2 and 10 here. But I need a 10. 2 and 12. Right? And then I need a positive 10, so 2 must be negative. So reducible. 2 goes A4, and then 2 goes to 1. 4 goes A2, and 12 and 3. Okay, so you get 4x minus 1 times 2x plus 2. Now, 6x squared minus 41x minus 7. So A is a 6, B is a negative 41, C is a negative 7. If you do that, 6 times negative 7, negative 42, negative 41, and 6x and 6x. And now from the 42, 1 times 42, but do you see already got a difference of 41? 1 and 42. But I need a negative 41, so 42 must be negative. And then reducible, yes, it's going to be 1 and 7. So you get that as, this is a positive, of course, 6x plus 1, x minus 7. So that's all. All right, the next one, A is a 5, B is a 1, and C is a negative 18. So if you use x factor, 5 times 18 is 90, negative, and then 1, and then 5x, and 5x, and then, so this is the 1 is the difference. So looking for the difference of 1 from the 90 product, which is 1 times 90, which is 89, and 2 times 45, 3 times 30, 4 divides, no, 5 times 18, which is 13, right? And 6 times 15, and then 7, 8, 9 times 10. But do you see 9 and 10 give us a 1 difference? So 9 and 10. But I need a positive 1, so negative here, positive here. And reducible, yes, 1 and 2. So your answer will be as 5x minus 9 times x plus 2. All right, that's all. Now let's look at the, do you see it? Okay, so let's look at the E. 3x squared plus 2x minus 5. So which is, you get the A is a 3, B is a 2, and C is a negative 5. So x factor, negative 3 times negative 5, negative 15, and 2, which is the difference. 3x and 3x. GCF is 1, 2. So 15, 1 times 15 and 3 times 5. Difference 2 is 3 and 5. So 3 and 5. I need a positive 2, so this must be negative and positive. So reducible, 3 and 3 goes 1, 1. And 3 and 5 is not reducible. So equal to that as x minus 1 times 3x plus 5. And then a is a 2, b is a 5, c is a negative 2. Same thing. 2 times negative 2 is a negative 4 and 5. And this is the difference. And then 2x and 2x. So from the 4, I'm looking for the difference of 5. 1 times 4 and 2 times 2. But difference is actually this is 3. And this difference of 0. So there's nothing go with a 5. So never you're going to get 5. So this is a prime. Okay, so some polynomial is not factorable. You should admit that. Now 6x squared minus 7xy minus 3y squared. So a is a 6, b is a negative 7, c is a negative 3. And you get that. Negative 18 and negative 7, of course, is a difference. And then 6x and 6x, but there's a y too. So I want to put another variable on the bottom, okay? And then find the 18. 1 times 18, 2 times 9. But don't you see we already got 7? So it will be 2 and 9. But I need a negative 7. So negative 9 and plus 2. Reducible? Yes. 2 goes 6, 3, and 1. And 3 goes 6, 2, and 3. So you get that as 3x plus y times 2x minus 3y. So that's all. All right, when you look at the last question, so a is a 4. B is a 4, C is a negative 3. So, x factor, negative 12 and 4, which is a difference. With a 4x and 4x, but there's a y. So we're looking for difference of two numbers from the 12 as a 4. So 1 times 12, difference is 11. And 2 times 6 already 4, isn't it? So 2 and 6. But I need a positive for so negative positive. Reducible? Yes. It's going to be 2 and 1. And this is going to be 2 and 3. So you get that as 2x minus 1y times 2x plus 3y. That's all. That's your factor form. Okay, let's go to the next page. So next page, there's a GCF this time, okay? So in the GCF, this time is, when I think about 18 and 21 and 9, I think is 3. So if we pull out the 3 goes 18 6 times, 21 7 times, and 9 goes 3. Right? So are we done factoring? I want to see. Because inside of the parenthesis is still trinomial. So I'm going to use the x factor to see we're done. So 6 times negative is negative 18 and negative 7 with a 6x and 6x. So I'm looking for the two number from the 18, 1 times 18 and 2 times 9. But 2 and 9 give us a difference of 7. Which is a 2 and 9, which is a negative, right? And reducible, of course. 3 and 1. 3 goes 2 and 3. So now, so we already have a factor of 3. So 3, you need to keep that. And also you got 3x plus 1. And then 2x minus 3. And that's all done for factoring. And there's a GCF too. So GCF is a 2 this time. So pull out the 2, you got 2x squared plus 1xy minus 3y squared. So x factor is again 2 times negative 3 is a negative 6 and positive 1 because b is a 1. And then 2x and 2x, but there's another y. Okay, so two number from the negative 6, difference of 1 because the 1 is a difference. 1 times 6, 2 times 3. So 1 is the difference of 2 and 3. I need the positive 1, so this must be negative plus. So reducible? Yes, 2 and 2, 1 and 1. Okay, and then you get that. Don't forget the 2. So you got x minus y times 2x plus 3. Okay, and then the last one. Okay, so there's a GCF this time, which is a 3. So pull out the 3, you got 5x squared. Oh no, GCF is not. So 3 doesn't go 19. So sorry about that. That's not right. So this time is GCF is 1. Okay. So which means now just A is a 15, B is a negative 19, and C is a 6. So x factor. So 15 times 6 is going to be 90, which is a 90, and negative 19, which is this is going to be a sum because of 90, and 15x, and 15x. So from the 90, 1 times 90, and 2 times 45, 3 times 30, which is a 33, right? And then 5 times, 5 goes, I think 16, right? So 21, right? And then 6 times 15, okay, which is a 21. Okay, 16 times 5 is, oh, no, sorry. 5 times, actually, not sorry, this is not 0. So 90 divided by 5 is actually 18. So 23, sorry. What am I doing? 18, and this is actually 30, right? And then what else I can get? 6 and 9 times 10, which is, that's a 19, right? So 9 and 10. Reducible? Of course. 3 goes 5 and 3. I need a negative though, right? And this goes 5 goes 3 and 2, right? So you get that as 5x minus 3 times and 3x minus 2 times. Alrighty, that's all. Okay, so that's how you take care of the when a is equal to 2. Alright, that's the previous page. Okay, that's all. Alright, thank you for listening.